Okay, let's get right into it. We're talking about a pretty radical idea today. What if you could just disappear for 6 months? And I mean really disappear. And then come back as a completely new, totally unstoppable version of yourself.
You know, what's the most terrifying thing in life? It's not failing. It's not getting rejected. It's that awful, sinking feeling you get when you wake up one day and realize that years, literal years, have just slipped right through your fingers. Wasted.
But here's the secret, the thing that most people miss. You don't need a 5-year plan to reinvent yourself. You don't need a decade. All you really need is one short, intense, focused period of time. You just need 6 months.
6 months. It doesn't really sound like a lot, does it? But let me ask you this. What were you doing 6 months ago? I'm guessing for a lot of us, it's pretty much the exact same thing we're doing today. That's why this works. The power of uninterrupted focus is it's brutal. 6 months of real, dedicated work can put you years ahead of everyone else.
I mean, just look at the contrast here. On the one hand, you've got you from 6 months ago stuck in the same loop. Same habits, same distractions, same old problems. But on the other hand, look at the potential. Imagine having read 20 life-changing books, building a body that feels strong and capable, learning a skill that can change your career, and literally reprogramming your brain. That's the promise of these 6 months.
So, how in the world do you actually pull this off? Well, it's not about just packing a bag and vanishing into thin air. No, you need a plan, and this plan is built on 5 core pillars. Think of it as the blueprint for your entire transformation.
Okay, so here they are, the 5 principles that are going to guide your entire journey. First, you cut out all the noise. Then, you build a fortress, a routine to protect your focus. After that, it's all about redesigning your mind, training your body like a warrior, and finally, using all that silence to truly master your craft. Let's break each one of these down.
Pillar number 1, cut the noise. This is the first and maybe the most important rule. And by noise, I mean everything that drains your energy and gives you nothing in return. We're talking about the endless social media scrolling, the gossip, the friends who don't actually support you, the Netflix binges that just leave you feeling empty. The idea is to make your world smaller so that your vision for your life can get bigger.
All right, so once all that noise is gone, you build your fortress. And your fortress, well, that's your daily routine. It's like the protective walls that keep you from slipping back into your old destructive habits. You wake up at the same time, you move your body, you do the deep work, you rest. It's not about being perfect every single day. It's about being consistent. Because discipline isn't about punishment. It's about protecting the future you from regret.
Now, disappearing isn't just about getting away from your social life. It's about getting away from the old you. See, your reality right now is a direct reflection of your past thinking. So if you want a new reality, you've got to install new thoughts. And how do you do that? You read. You read books from people who've done what you want to do. You journal to figure out your own thoughts. You become a student of the life you want to live.
Next up, you train your body. And I mean you train like a warrior. Your physical fitness isn't just some optional add-on here. It's the absolute foundation of your discipline. When you push your body, you're not just building muscle, you're forging character. Every single workout, every rep, is you proving to yourself, hey, I can do hard things. And that belief, that confidence, it spills over into every other part of your life.
And finally, pillar number 5, we get to the really exciting part. With all the noise gone, with your routine locked in, you finally have the time and the mental space to go deep, to truly master your craft. Whether that's learning to code, writing a book, or building a business. While everyone else is out there chasing likes and getting distracted, you're in the shadows. You're building, you're creating, you're chasing mastery.
Okay, let's be real for a second. There's a giant elephant in the room with this whole idea. It sounds amazing, it sounds powerful, but won't it be just incredibly lonely? And this is the part where most people would quit before they even start.
And here's the crucial thing you have to understand. That loneliness, that's the test. That feeling is the exact moment where almost everyone gives up and runs right back to their old, comfortable life. But if you can just sit with it, if you can push through it, something amazing happens. Loneliness slowly transforms into self-awareness. And that self-awareness, well, that becomes your greatest strength. So after 6 months of passing that test, of sticking to the blueprint, what's the payoff? What happens when you finally return? What does that new, unstoppable you actually look and feel like?
Well, first, there's the physical change.
This is the one everyone will notice right away. After 6 months of consistent training, of treating your body with respect, you don't just look different. You feel different. You carry yourself with a kind of quiet confidence that only comes from knowing you're physically strong.
And then there's your mind. Because it's been free from all that constant noise and distraction, and you've been feeding it new knowledge every single day, it's sharper, it's clearer. You can focus longer, you can solve problems better. It's like a fog has been lifted. And your craft, that one skill you poured hundreds of focused hours into, it's on a whole new level now. You've gone from being a beginner to being skilled, from someone who dabbles to someone who's actually an expert. You have real, tangible results to show for all that hard work. But the most important change is this one. Your purpose is crystal clear. All that silence gave you the space to finally listen to yourself, to figure out what you actually want out of life. You're no longer drifting. You know your direction. And that's really the ultimate truth of this whole thing. You realize that disappearing was never about running away from the world. It was about creating enough silence so you could finally run towards and find yourself. And you know, the most beautiful part is that when you come back, you won't have to explain anything to anyone. You won't have to tell them how you've changed. They'll just see it. Your results will do all the talking for you, and they will speak so much louder than your words ever could. So, I guess the only question left is for you. If you're feeling stuck, if you feel like time is just slipping away, maybe this is the answer you've been looking for. 6 months of silence, 6 months of focus, 6 months of building. So, are you ready to disappear?